guys, I'm back with a dip powder mani featuring triple D dip powder. So I do have on builder gel on my nails, and I believe I applied 2 coats of hollow taco pilly base coat. And so I am using this color Shut Up from Triple D, which is a temperature changing dip powder, and I'm using Triple D dip liquids base and activator. And so let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, this dip powder, I guess because it's temperature changing, it would not work with a pipette. So you can see it just wouldn't suck up in the pipette. I don't know if it was the consistency of the powder because it was a temperature changing dip powder or not, but dipping my finger in is what I had to do in order to get this dip application going. This was my first time using Triple D dip liquids and dip powder. Just like with any dip liquids, if you overload your brush, they're going to be runny. And I found these to be just a tad bit runny. And this was just probably user error because that bottle is full. And I tried to knock off as most of that dip base liquid from the brush before I applied it to my nails. But you want to be careful with that. And I think when I went in with my second coat of the base on my index finger, I end up getting too much liquid on there. But that powder is very pigmented, but it's the dip powder soaked right into that base, no problems. And you can see where I applied too much base, that it got over the free edge of my nail, and it's just running over the side walls. I'm just trying to clean that up to the best of my ability, but it's okay. And you'll notice that I didn't go all the way to my cuticle area because I didn't want my cuticle area to be bulky. I normally do, and I always have a hump at my cuticle area that I have to end up filing, and nothing ever changes with that. So I was just trying this out. I've done it before, and it was just trying it again. And but Triple D, I will use it again. I'm not mad at it. Again, like I said, I overloaded my brush. You do have to be careful with that, and I know that's a lot of things that happens to a lot of people from time to time, even experienced folks as well, that you can overload that brush if you're not careful. So after that, I did encapsulate an S&S Natural Set sheer off camera, and I'm going in with my unicorn dusting brush. You can see it removes powder, but not a lot. So anytime I encapsulate in clear, I do like to use my medium bristle toothbrush and get off as much of that clear as possible. Earlier in the video, I was using a soft bristle. So within my dip application, I use a soft bristle. And then at the end, I will go in with a medium bristle toothbrush. And usually when I clean my brushes, I just clean them with alcohol and a paper towel. And all is right with the world. So after that, I'm going in and I will apply 2 coats of triple D Activator to all nails. And I couldn't get it open, so I always keep a rubber band on my desk just to help me get a grip on those bottles, because I do have a hard time gripping with my hands. So I was just using that to open the bottle. So after I apply the activator, I will allow my nails to dry for 2 minutes just to get everything hardened and seal all of that dip powder together. Okay guys, so this is after filing and buffing. My nails look dusty as I don't know what, leathery, gross. But I'm going in and using Clear Jelly Stamper Plate 78. This is a textured plate, and I'm going to use the water drops. So it's telling me you use a base color and then you layer on the raindrops, and so that's what I'll be doing. And I'm going to use Clear Jelly Stamper color number 34. It's like a frosty kind of white. And I'm just taking a cotton pad along with some acetone and cleaning my plate off. And I'm going to apply Maniology Sticky Base Coat to the 2 nails that I will be doing my nail stamping on. So just hang out with me while I do my stamping. Now to me, these don't look like raindrops or water drops. They kind of look like bubbles to me, like little sudsy bubbles, but you know, whatever your eyes see, but I see suds. Not water drops, but anyway, and you don't have to use sticky base coat. A lot of times the stamping will adhere to the dip powder without a sticky base coat. I just do it because, especially if you wait a minute to make sure that you picked up the image and then you try to transfer it, sometimes it won't transfer. So that's why I use the sticky base coat, to make sure that the image transfers to my nails. And then I'm just going in with that same pad and acetone and cleaning up my plate and my scraper card, and then I'll go in and clean my plate up with some alcohol. And I usually have my cotton grabber, but I just grab whatever is readily available on my desk or in the drawers that I have in my nail room. So I went in and applied no Maniology smudge free top coat, because my plan was to encapsulate my dip powder in clear, but I didn't want to apply another layer of dip powder on my nails. So I just changed my mind in the middle of my mani, or towards the end of my mani, let me say it that way. So you guys know I have to be extra and put some rhinestones on a lot of stuff. So I'm going in and using Young Nails Ultimate Finish Gel, which you cure in 1 minute in the LED lamp. And this rhinestone set, I think I got it off Amazon. Don't use ultimate gel to apply the rhinestones. They popped off the next day, a lot of them. They just started popping off. I woke up and one was on my pillow. But you need your jewelry gel or some type of rhinestone glue to adhere the rhinestones to your nails. So again, don't do this. Even though, let me just shout out Young Nails. That top coat is high shine, but I do like my Luxie Nail No Wipe top coat. But this one was high shine, but I will say that when I used this top coat, I got so nauseous. It smelled like, to me, a bologna meat burp. If you ever had somebody, and this is just childhood memories, I had a classmate that ate bologna sandwiches for lunch, and we were in art class and he burped, and that's the smell I remember, is a bologna meat burp. But anyway, so I'm just putting these rhinestones on my nails, and I'll end up moving them around to see what I like best. And once I get that set, I will cure for 1 minute in my LED lamp, and then I'll apply another layer of top coat and top coat all of my nails and cure for 1 full minute. And I did end up putting rhinestones on my thumbnail as well. After your nails have cooled off from being in the from being cured in the lamp, I usually wait a few minutes and then I go in and apply my cuticle oil to rehydrate the skin around my nails. And so one of my favorite cuticle oils, I do use Bliss Kiss Cuticle Candy Skincare, and I do have Grimes Ridge Cuticle Oil. I apply cuticle oil all throughout the day. Anytime I go to the bathroom, wash my hands, I come out, lotion them, cuticle oil. I think that helps with nail growth as well, even though my right hand doesn't grow as well as my left hand. But I hope you guys like it. I overfiled my cuticle area on my ring finger and it is red, but I hope you guys like it. I did. You have to let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. But before we go, told you it changes colors. So this is warm water, and this is when your hands are warm or in warm water. It turns a light kind of turquoise. Reminds me of the different colors you see in the ocean, depending upon where you go. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.